Hey, what's up? It's Harvey Slater, Holistic Nutrition Coach. How's it going? So I'm going to teach you how to make super easy vegan lasagna rolls. They're actually with zucchini, so they don't even have pasta in them. They're little rolled up things with vegan ricotta cheese, and they bring out all the yummy flavors of traditional lasagna, but they're much more nutrient dense, a little cleaner, and much healthier for you. So the first thing you're going to do is, I've got here basically, this could be one or two zucchinis, and you slice them lengthwise, and you want to make sure that you slice them thin enough so they're a little bit pliable but not too thin. I used a mandolin, so I was able to get more out of one zucchini. If you don't use a mandolin, you might have to use two, but what we're going to do is we're just going to basically just grill these on a flat top grill straight away. You don't really need oil or anything, so it's a really pretty healthy preparation. So we're going to let those grill on one side just until they're brown. This will probably just take, I don't know, no more than 5 minutes probably. Yeah, these have been going only for about 3 or 4 minutes. Before I turn them over, I'm just going to put a little sprinkle of sea salt and fresh cracked pepper on this side. Then I'm going to turn each one over. I may have made these a tiny bit too thin, but that's okay. They're just going to be a little more delicate. You want them to be thin enough that after they're cooked, they'll roll up and hold together, but you don't want them so thin that they fall apart, right? So we're going to let those cook on that side just a little bit, probably a few more minutes. All right, we're going to take these ones off, and then we're going to put the other ones on and give those a chance to cook. You want to be very gentle not to break them when you remove them from the griddle, because you want them to be totally intact. And when you see the finished product, you'll see why I'm saying that. So let's go ahead and just let these ones do their thing. All right, as you can see, we have our beautiful zucchini slices that have been grilled, and they're just pliable enough that they can be rolled up, right? But they're not so thin that they're going to fall apart. So that's really how you want them. And you want to place them with the widest side open as possible, because we're going to spread some cheese and other stuff on there. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to just make up a little makeshift ricotta cheese. This is the Kite Hill almond cheese ricotta. I also have a recipe on this blog post to make your own ricotta cheese. It has fennel seed in it. It's delicious. But I want to show you an easy version tonight, just to show you how simple this can be. So we're basically just going to scoop the ricotta cheese into a bowl. This is about 3 or 4 tablespoons of fresh parsley. We're going to add that, and then we're going to, so it's all mixed together. So I just have some marinara sauce right here. And I'm just going to go ahead and spread this on each thing a little bit like that. And you know, you're going to be a tiny bit messy, saucy, but hey man, without a little bit of mess, it won't be yummy, right? That's what I say. And this is a minor mess, and this is like a granite countertop, so you can clean it super easy. Just gonna just dish this out onto here like this. Probably about a half a teaspoon per zucchini slice. All right, and then we're going to apply some of this cheese, and we're just going to try to distribute it evenly without messing it up too much. Kind of pat it out like that. Then do a little more. And just keep repeating that as you go across all of the slices. then we've got some fresh leaves of spinach over here, and I'm just going to layer some fresh spinach on each of the zucchini slices. You might want to break them up a little bit. The recipe on the blog calls for baby spinach because baby spinach fits a little better, but I just happen to have full-grown adult spinach on hand today, so I'm just going to break this into pieces like that. And remember, I always say that, you know, don't get too caught up in the complicated minutia of cooking, because it doesn't have to be like that at all. It can be very simple and uncomplicated. All right, then I'm going to put one more little layer of the marinara sauce on here like this. A little bit less than the last time. You can also just use regular tomato puree if you want. That makes it a little bit smoother and easier to work with. All right, and if you can manage it and you have enough cheese, you can put a little bit more of another layer of cheese on there. But you just don't want to make it too thick because you want to be able to roll up your rolls when you're done, right? Okay, so now all we're going to do is just roll up, very gently roll these lasagnas. Now, the zucchinis. Now, you don't need to smush it or apply too much pressure. You just very gently roll it. And it's all going to hold together because it's got all that goopy stuff. And then I'm just basically putting it into a baking dish that's got some marinara sauce on the bottom. You don't have to put the sauce. You can also just maybe put a little bit of spray oil on the bottom just to keep it from sticking. But this is a ceramic pot, so it doesn't really stick that much. But I want some traditional lasagna flavor, so I use marinara sauce. The blog recipe actually calls for using tomato sauce and then bruschetta salsa, which is also really delicious with this. So you're just going to roll them up into little pinwheels, and they are a little delicate, I won't lie. So you're just going to have to be a little bit careful when you roll them up. You're basically just going to put them like that, one at a time. Until you've got them all rolled up and they're all in the casserole dish, right? It looks like I picked just the right size dish too, right? Lucky me. Haha. The last one. All right, now, there you go. You've got these beautiful lasagna rolls ready to go. I'm going to put these in the oven at 350 degrees and warm them for about 15 or 20 minutes just to warm them through. We're not trying to cook them or anything. All right, so we got these out of the oven and they look delicious. You can see they look really, really nice and very homemade and authentic looking.